YouTube. I have left early from work, taking my son to the doctor. Hopefully he comes on time. And every day, I can't believe, in a couple of days, in fact this Sunday, my son will be going to summer academy at Stony Brook, and it was just too fast for me. Comment, like, and subscribe, those of y'all who got adult kids. It's just so surreal, like, when they, because I'm not gonna lie, when he was in elementary, I was like, dang, it took like forever for him to be of age. Because, you know, when you have kids, married or single, some people who claim to help you are reluctant. You know, some people may feel, oh, you know, it's nobody's responsibility but your own, which is true. But if you're paying someone, a family member, it shouldn't be pushback. And so I went through a little of that or whatever, but I'm happy that I was able to be a para. And once he got to like third grade, I didn't need, like, I wasn't dependent on, you know, my parents anymore for childcare or any of that, unless if I wanted to go out once in a blue. For the most part, he would be in Jersey, you know, with his father's family. But it's just, it happened so fast, like from COVID till now, because he was in 6th grade when it happened, and 6 years later, that's it. He's done with high school, off to college. So I have no regrets. You know, I put him in good schools, all charter, and even though they have their flaws, I know that if he didn't go to charter school, he wouldn't be who he is today. And he working and activities and step team that I've uploaded. Yes, that was my son doing step theater. He did a play every year. You know, various activities, and maintain a 4.1, working and to the internship. So yes, it is all possible to do that. You know, at one point his GPA I think dropped to like a 3.0 or something, but he went right back up, and his senior year is his best year as far as grades, and he graduating with a 4.1. So yeah, extremely proud of him. Proud is not, you know, a little is a underestimate, you know. But yeah, the years go by quick, they really do. But what I wanted to really talk about is hair salons. Yes, there's a channel that I watch, I forgot the lady name already, but she was talking about the hair salon experience versus your home. Now, I had a hair braider that when COVID happened, right? When COVID happened, the salon had shut down. They were actually the first Africans that I went to. I never really went to Africans until I moved to Brownsville. Before I moved to Brownsville, I grew up in East New York, and if I wanted my hair braided, I would just go to like a friend house, my close friend, or there was a lady that did my box braids like once or twice in 2011. I would get braids, but not often. But the first experience I had in an African shop was actually positive, you know, and they shut down, and it took me a long time to find another decent spot. I was like floating all over. I went to my cousin's where she gets her hair done. One time that lady she was American, but she took too long to do my hair, like 8 hours, and she didn't take no breaks. I was the one that stopped to get food. I was like, oh no. But yeah, so this was like a year ago. Yeah, it was more than a year ago, because I started my current job last March, and I seen her This was like January of last year, and I was working on Kings Highway Junior High School over there, and she was at the TJ Maxx, and so she still braids hair, but she comes to her clients' home. So I wanted y'all to comment, like, and subscribe. I discontinued with her because she charges salon prices to come to your home, and I feel like that's not fair. Like, you're coming into, understandable times is hard and you don't have a salon to work at right now because the one that you worked at is shut down. I get that, but you should not be charging salon prices, and then half the time she don't be having her supplies. You know, sometimes she does, sometimes, but you know, like the thing where they melt your hair, or they have the hot water and they have the thing. Sometimes she don't have that, and she'll use my container, for instance, right? Or sometimes she'll be using my comb, little things like that. Or she don't really have grease and stuff with her, I supply that. So it's like, we're using my supplies, we're in my home, my living room, and you want to charge salon prices. So I just go to the salon. Like, I found a place up the block from me, and I was hesitant on going because they do charge a deposit, but it's not much. It's like $20 no matter what style. They just want to make sure you're gonna actually come, so they do charge $20, right? So I've been going to her, and she's a really good braider. Like, I took my braids out because I wanted to. It was still looking good. I think it was looking maybe a little old in the back, I don't know, but in the front was still looking good, whatever. And then when she did my braids earlier this year, it lasted a really long time. So she's actually a really good braider. She's a little pricey, but I don't mind because she has a salon. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to ask y'all, you know, and that's the discrepancy, like, with people who do hair that don't have a salon. I feel like if someone's coming to your home, or you going to the client's home, I understand, you know, some of them are like, well, I have to use my supplies and I gotta use my water, da da da. But if you are the stylist coming to the client's home, I don't think you should be charging salon prices. I don't think that's right at all. You're using my supplies, my space, and I just don't think that's right. I think you should give out a discount, because why don't you have a salon? It's not that hard to get a booth. They always hiring. They always looking for stylists and braiders all over the place. That's why I'm like, if I had the patience to do hair, I know I would make money, because they always looking for stylists. And hair is something that will never go out of business. Nails, nails is a popular thing now, but back in the 70s and 80s, nobody was really getting their nails done. Nails became popular like in the 90s, and even now most women do it themselves. Like, I have a whole nail thing at home, and for pedicures I could do it myself, but sometimes I like to be pampered, so I'll go into the salon. But comment, like, subscribe, ladies. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think these people have a right to charge salon prices? What has your experience been? And let's talk, let's chat.